a distant dream, drowning dreadfully, down, 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 tumbling down and disappearing off into the distance. Welcome to Thornbrush Pines. We've some new information about the creatures that roam our forests. Please disregard the unicorns and the narwhals flailing about in the lake. We're talking about the incredibly and most definitely extremely important bears that frolic ever so freely whenever they're alone. Do they really frolic? I've only been told this, and I cannot truly believe this until proven otherwise. Listeners, do you see the bears frolic when they are alone? No one will ever really know. Bears, the least flammable of all the forest creatures. Sports are fun, and you should do more sports. The local bakery has been more lively than ever since the management has changed over past incidents. You know, those unspoken ones roaming the newspapers, yeah. But now we have Jeffrey, the most fab man in his collared orange shirt, running the bakery. And of course, as Jeffrey is new in town, and more importantly, new in a managerial position, which as we all know is very valuable to all of us here at Thornbrush Pines, it has been in fact theorized that Jeffrey is God. Yes, listeners, the God. Of course, this has our little town almost drawn down the middle of the signs that Jeffrey is divine or not. And he is just in fact the son of a poor baker who inherited the father's business after, well, you know. A sign of Jeffrey's divinity is the fact that the local 2- and 3-toed sloths have started flocking, very slowly, to the bakery. It seems the sloths have acknowledged Jeffrey as their god. They clamber to him and make his job very difficult as they climb on his arms when he tries to bake things. Some speculate that the cologne Jeffrey wears smells like hibiscus flowers, which are a favorite of sloths. However, the true believers say that sloths are just more attuned to fighting earthbound gods and demigods and that sort of thing. Also, a traffic report relating to the sloth pilgrimage. Please note, drivers, that since the trail of sloths extends through the road, a detour has opened on Quiet Mountain Street. Please drive slowly and do not hit the sloths. Don't forget that a car coming into contact with a sloth pilgrim at any speed can result in explodey, time-dimensional warp croissant things.
All the single peeps, all the single peeps, all the single peeps, now put your hands up.
Are you a single peep? There are many single peeps in the world, and you don't have to suffer alone. Single peeps, unite and stop being single.
Single. I am single. My hands are up, but listeners, I know you can't see this. Listeners, I, Alex Solon, am single. Trips to Mars are now available from the front ticket office. However, my sheet of paper does not reveal where this so-called front ticket office resides. Conditions of the trip to Mars are as follows. La 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 la. And trips to Mars most certainly do not appeal to us here at Thornbrush Pines. It is so wonderful here. No one wants to leave. No one ever wants to leave. But we wish good luck to the horrible and unfortunate souls who search for hope in the dark void that is space and on a red floating rock. Ugh. They have no idea, do they? Listeners, how is it that the outside world shapes the inside world? How is it that all you feel projects onto all that you see? How is it that you are only just you? How do you know you're not a flame retardant bear secretly frolicking? Or perhaps a devout sloth meditating and listening to the annoyed grumbling of your baker god or demigod, hoping for meaning in between swearing and wondering aloud where the flower is? Listeners, I know you've all been waiting, waiting, and waiting, and I take you now to the weather.
Person unknown, the story untold. Always hiding away from one. We see him soon, where will he go? The stranger is forever unknown. Black and the martyr in white. Stranger walks throughout the night. Make a sound, scream it out. Without any signs of doubt. Stand to me. Forever stranger I will be.
Let us reflect on this moment, just 90 seconds, about our existences and non-existences. Are we here right in this moment, or could we actually be where we think we are not? Are we merely fragments of someone else's dream, or even our own? Do dreams even exist, or is that what we've told ourselves to believe in? Are we instead fooling ourselves terribly? Or maybe we're the most knowledgeable creatures, but then we wouldn't be pondering. Do you believe? What do you believe? Can you really? Do you really? Existences and non-existences. Tiny, tiny, small fragments, sailing softly through the breeze and pine trees. Remember, Thornbrush, it's okay to dream. Just stay here with me and dream our dream, always. Good night, listeners. Sweet dreams. Sleep ever so tightly.
Today's episode was brought to you by Sasha Olsen and Elaine Cho. Today's weather was Stranger by Hollow Ground. You can find Hollow Ground on Bandcamp at hollowgroundmusic.bandcamp.com. If you are single, please contact the Single Peeps. We might include it in the next show. Thanks!